sisters, come together now, come together now. It's time to help each other out, help each other out. It's time for transformation, time for healing. You've got the potential, you've got the power now. We can soar. Sisters overcoming and rising. Inspiration, interviews, and more. We can soar. A sisterhood for healing and empowerment.
Hello, beautiful people. It is Dr. Stephanie, your favorite life coach and physician, and I'm back inviting you to laugh and giggle with me again. I am still, 10 toes down on this laughing as resiliency topic. So I have been exploring this, right? What are some ways that I can use laughter to build resilience? Because there's, life is lifing. There's always things going on, challenges, hard stuff. But laughter has been scientifically proven to make us more resilient so we can bounce back quicker and better from life's challenges. So I've been exploring this topic, and I want to share some of the things that I have learned and that I have explored with you. So one of the things is to seek out humor. So find YouTube, find movies. I like to watch comedy shows. I like to just seek out humor. What is humorous? Seek out people who are funny and just kind of seek out humor actively. And another one is, I didn't know about this, but there is such a thing called laughter yoga. Exactly. I've only tried it once, but basically you do certain moves to force yourself to laugh. You basically force yourself into laughter. And when you force yourself into laughter, you still release those endorphins that you would if you were laughing naturally. And eventually you do start to laugh naturally. So just like you practice yoga for anything else, you can practice laughter yoga. So that's one that I've only dipped a toe in, but I'm going to see and do a little bit more and see what that's about. See if that's something that I can get into. If anybody has done laughter yoga, let me know, how it goes and if you have any tips for that. Another thing that I have learned, and I've always known this, is that motion creates emotion. And so a lot of times when I have feelings that are really big or feelings that feel stuck, I will move my body and it helps me process those emotions. But I always did it for sad emotions or anger or, frustration. But you can actually do it for laughter as well. And so moving your body and allowing yourself to process emotions and moving your body in a funny way will help you to kind of laugh and to bring out those endorphins and to build up your resilience. So I moved my body in a very funny way. I went to go see the Michael Jackson movie and was taking a picture and decided I wanted to do some MJ moves. Well, let me tell you, I looked nothing like MJ, and my heel of my boot can prove that point. But it was still funny, and it made me laugh that, I was clearly out of my league trying to do these moves, but just that movement in my body brought about laughter. So I said, I'm doing this laughter's resilience thing. And then social buffering is another thing that I learned, is that laughter is highly contagious. And so when you are laughing, you cause other people to laugh. I have literally had people tell me, we are just amazed at how much joy you have. In the midst of everything that's going on in your life, you still have joy and you're still laughing. And that is probably one of the biggest compliments that I can get because, life is tough. Life can be really hard. There's grief, there's loss, there's health challenges, there's financial challenges, there's all of those things. And I am trying to not cover over them or make light of them by laughing, but actually, experience them in a way that makes it easier to get through, right? This is not making light of my situation or anybody else's situation, but it's just recognizing the inherent drama in some of these things that we go through. Because if we look at these situations, as terrible as they are, as crazy as they are, there is some inherent drama. And when you just name the drama, that can also help you laugh through it, because it's absurd. Some things are really absurd, and just naming the drama can help you laugh through it. And then the other thing that I found that is helpful is just really laughing at myself. I mean, I do some really silly things and just being able to laugh at myself and not take myself too seriously, and not laughing, at other people, but really focusing on laughing at myself. And what I have found is that laughter really is a great form of stress reduction. It really does. I hold all my stress up in my neck and in my shoulders. And after laughing, a lot of that stress is just relieved. I can feel myself feel lighter. The situation doesn't feel as heavy. I don't feel like I'm carrying a ton of bricks. So it's great at stress reduction. And here's the scientific facts. They have done research that it improves physical health. So they did research with nurses and other people in stressful jobs, and found that laughter reduces their stress at work. But they've also done research and found that it improves physical health. And we already know it improves resilience, and that is also research proven. So humor is a wonderful thing. I haven't always had, the best sense of humor, but I am developing my sense of humor and finding humor in things that I normally would not find humor in. And it gives me a significant capacity for just the resilience that I need to live in this life that we're all living in. So I encourage you to continue laughing at yourself, finding drama in the situations that you find yourself in, and still allowing all of the other emotions that you experience to be present, and honoring them and processing them and sitting with them, but also allowing laughter to be your guide, to be your balm, to be your healing. All right. Take care for now. Bye-bye.
Join Dr. Stephanie and Soul.